What is going on YouTube? Jason Dragonbane here. And I managed to get another match in with my transmodify Fire Fist. I really wish this was a better match to have had, but it showed off a few of the combos, so I'm going to go ahead and upload it for you guys to watch. And this was transmodify Fire Fist versus a normal deck. If it wants to load up, there we go. Okay. So, my opening hand was double Tensu, Onslaught, Transmodify, Swallow, and Tensen. Would have been really good if I would have gone second, but I won rock, paper, scissors, so I went first, and it turned out to be really ugly. His hand was 5 normal monsters, 3 of which he required 2 monsters as tribute. The other 2 did not. So I said Tensen and passed. He drew Jinzo. Some Insect Knight hit me for the 1900 pass, so I was like, okay, draw. I draw into Tinky. I was like, oh, of course, now I'll draw Tinky, but that's okay. So I onslaught out Raven, transmodify into Dragon. Raven brings out Tinky. Play Tinky, grab Bear, Dragon's Pet will set Tensen, or Tenken. Play Tensu, summon Bear, swing over both his monsters, swing for Bear for damage. I didn't use Bear's effect because I already had 2 Tinkys out of the deck. I didn't want to set a third, and I didn't want to set a Goyoko to take up that spot when he hasn't played any back row. So he sets Elemental Hero Clayman and passes. I draw Phoenix Chain. I pop his Clayman, go Tinky for Wolfbark, summon Wolfbark through Tensu, use Cardinal's effect, put both my Tinkys back and both of his back, swing for the damage. I did summon Swallow right away because I wanted to make sure there wasn't going to be like a Gores or Tragodia drop, because that would really depend on what I was going to do. I didn't set Phoenix Chain because at this point all I'd seen is normal monsters. So he goes Lightning Vortex, I double Tenken to protect Swallow and Wolfbark. He just passes his turn. I draw to Misty, and he knows it's game right there no matter what. So we're moving on to game 2. Alright guys, and we're back for game 2. It was kind of funny in this match. I wasn't drawing the fire formations I really wanted. And in this case I drew 4 monsters and 1 Mirror Force, so it wasn't great. So he ended up going first and summoning a Gene Warp Werewolf with Void Trap Hole and Trap Hole face down. I drew Misty, so I just set Boar, Mirror Force, and Misty and passed. So he summons Gene Warp, used Angel Rules, summon Blue Eyes. I was like, if you're going to summon 3 monsters, I'm going to punish you for it with Mirror Force. So I draw into my second Tenken, so I go Bear, he Trap Holes Ham. He goes Call the Haunted, I Misty the Call the Haunted, set my Tenken, and pass. He draws into his Mirror Force. And here's where I actually draw the second Tenken. I was thinking that the face down was still Tenken, but it was the Misty. So I swing for Gorilla, do 16. He draws into a big monster, can't do anything with it. I draw Swallow. So I summon Swallow, use his effect to send Tensen. Right here, I really should have put one of these 2 Tenkens on the Swallow and used Gorilla's effect to pop one on the back row just to be safe. But I thought since Gorilla got through, I was safe and I paid for it with that Mirror Force. So he draws into Insect Knight, summon that Insect Knight. So at this point, the only damage I've taken throughout this entire match has been from Insect Knight. I draw Transmodify. I didn't want to go into another Swallow play because I still had no clue what this backfield was, so I decided to let him go. He attacked into Boars. I summoned Bear. He decided to attack Gene Warp into Bear, even though he knew exactly what this was from Swallow. So Bear's effect put Tinky down, and he passes his turn. So I draw into my second Transmodify, so I go Tinky, grab Raven, summon Raven, Transmodify into Dragon. So Raven's effect, he changed Void Trap Hole on Dragon. I change Tenken to make sure Dragon stays safe. Raven then puts Tensu down. Play Tensu, use Bear's effect to get rid of Insect Knight. Swing, put a Tinky down. Swing for Dragon. Use Dragon's effect to summon Raven so I can use more Transmodify combos. Use Cardinal's effect, I put Tinky and Tenken back and put Blue Eyes and Trap Hole back into his. So he draws, he summons Gemmail and then beats over Raven to give me a free fire formation, which wasn't really smart. I set Goyoko because I already had to set Tinky. So I draw into Phoenix Chain. I didn't bother citing anything for this deck. So I go into Dragon's effect to summon Raven to transmodify him, and he scoops long before I could even get to that point. So I got 2 bonus videos for you guys today, so we're going right into those. Alright guys, we're back with the first bonus video, which is against mermails. Another really top contending deck for the format right now. My opening hand wasn't great. Tenki was about the only really great thing about it. But I did have Tengen and Tenzin as long as Tenki got off. So he went first, set Linde, set Mirror Force and Torrential. I draw the Wolfbark, so I went Tenki, grab Gorilla. Some Gorilla, he Torrentials. Linde's effects on his Pike. Pike drops Gunday, Gunday revives Linde. So I set all four my 3 traps and passed. He just decides to attack. So I take all the damage and let it go. So I was like, okay, draw, drew in a dragon. So I was like, okay, Wolfbark, bring Gorilla, make Tiger King, put Tenki down, play Tenki, grab Wolfbark, negate their effects, swing. He decided not to Mirror Force against Pike. So he draws on a creature swap, goes for the play. I have Tenken to protect my Tiger King. So he switches to Linde to defense mode and it passes. So I go Dragon, send the 2 Tenkis for Gorilla, make Abyss Dweller, so the Linde can't get off. I did not see a Mirror Force coming. I really would have expected that to be Spear, so I got punished really bad for that. So he goes Pike, drop heavy, pop my Tenken, swings for all the damage again. So I was like, okay, I'm still not bad because I still have Wolfbark. Drawn to Tensu, I was like, okay, Wolfbark, summon Dragon, play Tensu, summon 4, make Cardinal, bounce Linde and Pike back while putting my 2 Tenkis back. He still has a very good hand to work with, but at this point, it's at least I'm better off because Linde's not around. So he draws into Turge, drops Gunday, Gunday revives Pike, Pike drops the Marksman, targets Macbean's Chain, I'm forced to try to do something about it. He summons Bahamut. Luckily, I had Tenzin to save Wolfbark. He goes Megalo. Heavy and Marksman go off. Heavy will destroy my Wolfbark. Megalo grabs Sphere. So I'm going, okay, I draw into Bear. I sack Cardinal for Swallow and set Tenzin. And that's all I do because I was saying, this is Sphere. I know that's Sphere this time. And I didn't want to make him get any more pluses out of that unless he played it on his turn. So he goes Pike, drop Gunday, grab Fishboard, grab Turge. And my laptop's gotten really slow all of a sudden, so I'm sorry for that, guys. He makes Abyss Sphere to bring out Lead. Makes Abyss Dweller. Makes Dragosack, make 2 tokens. Dragosack pop Tenzin, put Tenzin on Swallow so he's bigger than everybody, and pass. So I was like, okay, I draw to my second Swallow. I was like, I really didn't want that, but that's okay. So Swallow beats over Abyss Dweller. Bear beats over the token. Bear sends Tensu, gets rid of Dragosack, and now he's left with just Gunday in hand. Unfortunately, he does have Fishboard in the grave, so he's able to do shenanigans with Gunday in hand. So he uses Megalo to tribute Fishboard to beat over both my monsters. I now know I'm in a very bad situation. I need a very good top deck out of this situation. And for me, that top deck came as Bear, thankfully. So I was like, okay, Bear, send Tenzin, destroy Megalo, and hit for 16, put Tenki down, grab Wolfbark. So I was thinking, okay, he has 1 card in his hand, he's still got access to Fishboard, so make Zen mains. Fishboard's effect destroys the Zen mains, he saves it, pops my Bear, but that's okay because I have Wolfbark, so I summon Wolfbark, use his effect, grab Bear, make Tiger King sets another Tenki, Tenki grabs Dragon, negates Zen main's effect, kill it, set the Mirror Force, and pass. He draws into Heavy, goes Fishboard, drop Heavy, destroying my Tiger King, hits me for 300. So I was like, okay, I'm not bad yet. Draw Onslaught. I was like, okay, Onslaught, Raven. Sack him for Swallow. Ravens will set Tensu. Tensu out Dragon. Dragon sends both Tenkis for Bear. Bear attacks Fishboard, sets the Tenki, and then swing for the rest of the game. So that was a fun match I had against mermails. A fun game I had against mermails, guys. It was really close there at the end. Thankfully, the top deck of Bear to get rid of Megalo really helped. And we're going on to one more bonus video. Alright guys, and we're back, and once again, a bonus video is with constellars. This has just become a thing with me, I guess. But this one played out a little bit differently than the other two. Swallow was not really a factor in this one. This just showed off one of the combos that this deck can pull off. So he sets 2, goes Pollux into Cows, makes them both 5, makes Pleiades. So at this point he's got Misty, Reek, McCree, and then he sets Land. So I was like, okay, Onslaught out, Raven. Summon 4, use their effect, make Black Rose, Raven Chainlink 1, Black Rose Chainlink 2, uses Pleiades to bounce Decree, Black Rose blows up the field, I set Goyoko for whatever he's going to reset, Tensu, summon Bear, Bear swing for Tenki, Tenki grabs Wolfbark and I pass, so he draws, he summons out Sheraton, sets 1, I go draw, main phase 1, freeze the Decree, summon Wolfbark, summon Boar, or summon Wolfbark, who summons Boar. I would have been thinking here a little bit more about what I would have been doing. I probably would have summoned Caribou over Gorilla, and then I could have gotten a Kieran Caribou combo off. But it was okay at this point because at this point he was in a very bad situation. So I swung for all the damage, got Bear's effect to set another Tenki. Made Cardinal. Cardinal bounced my Tenki and my Raven, put his 2 best targets for his Sombre that he added back into his deck, made Tiger King, put Tenkin down, and then passed for turn. So he draws into another Shiberton, and that's where he quits because at that point, there wasn't really much he was going to be able to do. He could still do plays, but he was in a very bad situation, and he was going to have to struggle pretty much a lot just to get out of that situation. So he ended up quitting after that. So I hope you guys are liking these videos. Leave a like down below. Tell me what you think of the deck. And as always, guys, subscribe.